host for MotorWeek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek. We're glad to have you with us. Back in the late 90s, Porsche set out to make its 996 generation 911 sports car into a bona fide track machine. From that effort emerged the highly revered GT3. In 2006, the GT3 shod the latest 997 platform. We said that car delivered the purest razor's edge performance of any Porsche we'd driven. Now for 2010, Porsche's 911 GT3 gets tweaked with more power and a number of corner carving enhancements, all of which make for a racing bloodline that runs stronger than ever. The wow factors of the 2010 Porsche 911 GT3 arrive on all fronts: power, dynamics, and visual cues. As the entire 911 family has just undergone a notable set of revisions, the GT3 got more than its fair share. And since this car is, after all, the road-going variant of Porsche's GT3 Cup car, bringing it to our winter testing venue, Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway, was a no-brainer. The new GT3 starts with an expanded 3.8-liter normally aspirated flat six, now with VarioCam technology on both the intake and exhaust valves. Horsepower goes to 435, or 20 more than before, while torque bumps up from 300 to 317. Redline also edges up to a robust 8,500. On its way to a top speed of 194 miles per hour, the rear-engine, rear-drive GT3 rockets from 0 to 60 in a faster-than-fast 4.1 seconds. We clocked the quarter mile in 12.2 seconds at 118 miles per hour. With a 6-speed manual feeding a limited slip differential, this car just hooks up and goes. Power build is strong and the throttle pedal is extremely responsive. Adding to the exhilaration is an exhaust note that is mean and aggressive, at least for a Porsche. Gears are tightly spaced and the shifter feels machine precise, one of the best we've ever experienced. As for hitting the turns, the new GT3 exhibits more agility and racetrack prowess than ever. Porsche Active Suspension Management with normal and sport modes comes armed with stiffer springs and anti-roll bars. Our car also featured optional dynamic engine mounts, which magnetically tighten up in high-speed driving to form a more solid connection between engine and chassis. The result is a more rigid track car. There's also newly standard Porsche Stability Management, which replicates the suspension mapping of the venerable GT2. This PSM has the ability to deactivate stability control and traction control separately in individual steps, giving the driver unrestricted control. Aerodynamic improvements include a doubling of downforce with a redesigned front end with larger vents and a new wider, more steeply tilted rear wing. For even greater stability, the GT3's body height has been lowered by about 30 millimeters. But an optional front axle lifting system allows the front end to be raised for steep driveways. Lighter 19-inch center lock wheels wear fat and grippy 235/35s up front and 305/30s in the rear. The GT3 is clearly focused on one mission: to deliver outstanding lap times. It is super tight in corners and explosive on every exit, with less twitchiness than we found in the 2007 GT3. Feedback is instantaneous, and even after close to 150 laps, our test car never complained, skipped a beat, or even showed signs of wear. That goes for brakes too, which have been upgraded over the previous model. Discs are now larger, better ventilated, with an aluminum hub to reduce weight. Stops averaged 121 feet from 60 to 0. For even greater stopping power, buyers can opt for the GT3's very pricey ceramic brakes. Off the track, however, we found the GT3 to be a little too skittish and rigid. Streetability is not and has never been this car's strong suit. The GT3's new design is equal parts functional and striking. We mentioned the modified front air intakes and the revamped rear wing, which, by the way, is marked on both sides with a 3.8 to denote the car's new power unit. The new GT3 also wears standard bi-xenon headlights with optional dynamic cornering, new LED running and taillight designs, and restyled bumpers. As before, the center-positioned exhaust pipes mimic those of the Cup car. Inside, the GT3 cockpit conforms with the upscale high-performance look of other 911s. As before, there's no back seat. This helps the GT3 retain its previous weight at a trim 3,076 pounds. What's higher, though, is the base price by about $8,000. The new GT3 starts at $114,450, which includes a $1,300 gas guzzler tax. We've said it before and we'll say it again. The Porsche 911 GT3 is without a doubt one of the track-savviest street-legal cars anywhere, and now more than ever. For the purest form of Porsche performance, there is nothing else like it.